Well, the chem shit is back here on Long Island. We've had a few nice days, and now the shit is back. Yep, chemtrails are back. So are the Suburbans. So is the mind control. I went and sat out in the park here for a little bit. I got a trash truck parked out. Oh, we got the skulls going on too. Skulls, fire department people, trash trucks, devil trucks, a little bit of everything. And we got the roses going, oh, with the wings too. Oh, with the skull. We got this, you know, the rose stands for the New World Order. I think those wings stand for the fallen angels. And we know what the skulls stand for. Psycho shit. Skull and bones. New World Order. Alien shit. Whatever you want to call them. They're into their skulls. They're into death. Just another day of being mind controlled, stalked. Just went to my little park here. Sat down. Watched some free throws being shot, some horse being played. A little park here in Queens. I'm going to meet my friend Andre. We're going to discuss some of these things. He's a witness to some of this stuff. I see a lot of those wings around. I think this has something to do with fallen angels, I don't know. Or it's the biggest psyops in history. Waiting for my friend Andre. Sounds like the ambulance is showing up. And they always cover it up too.
They always cover it up.
As I'm trying to film it. So.
Make sure you don't.
Oh yeah. I do it inconspicuously. I'm just letting you see how it works. Right. Always something goes in front of it. Wow. All right. Thank you.
That's funny. That's hilarious. These choppers are following me everywhere, night and day, just randomly going up and down. I have things missing from my house. You know, like my T-shirt, mind control T-shirt.
Was that your house or a laundromat?
That's the laundromat. But I've also lost DVDs that I've had in my house. Just completely disappear out of nowhere.
Is this new? Is this a new experience?
It's a new phenomenon since about a month ago, I would say, about 30 days ago.
When you met me?
Well, once I met you, it started just popping it everywhere and stuff.
But
it's
what?
Unbelievable, really.
What happened with your T-shirt?
The mind control. I was doing laundry a couple days ago. I went to the store to get some food. Came back, it was completely missing. I had it piled up with all my other T-shirts.
And that was you were doing laundry.
I was doing laundry.
And it said stop. What did the T-shirt say?
It said stop mind control on the back and the front. It was a really good, nice T-shirt.
But it said stop mind control on the front, and I think stop chemtrails on the back.
Stop chemtrails, that's right.
On the back, and somebody stole it.
Someone must have stolen it. There's no other explanation for it.
Yeah. Well, it didn't just get up and walk away. I'm sure that was probably a mind control event. People they could get people to do almost anything. So your name is Andre, right?
Andre, that's right.
And you're a native of Queens?
Queens, born and raised in Queens.
Queens? Wow. because I met you, we were doing
canvassing work.
some canvassing work, and it was kind of interesting to talk to some people that actually cared about stuff that's going on in the world. And so we started talking about chemtrails, and and then I told him about mind control. I think
all over the sky.
I think that's what blew his mind, was when I told him about the mind control and what they were really using these chemtrails for. So what kind of experiences have you had since you've met me, I guess, and started having these things happen? What types of experiences?
Really weird experiences, Kevin. Waking up in the morning. Waking up in the morning. Just these experiences. People with certain T-shirts, skulls on their T-shirts. The choppers, the helicopters, obviously.
What's happening with the helicopters?
Everywhere I go, they seem to just follow me. Everywhere I go, it's like it's ridiculous.
You think it's a mind control?
There's no other explanation.
So you don't think the cops are targeting you or something? I mean, the helicopters
I
are.
think they're mind controlled as well, maybe. So.
So
they're mind controlled to spy on me, or whatever you want to call it.
Or harass you unwittingly. That's.
It's a police state right now, pretty much.
Well, it's this mind control is so devious, and it's so powerful that they can make it look like they have an army of people coming after you, and in reality, it's a group of mind controllers that are doing this insanity to people. They're taking over their minds. They're using them as unwittingly as stalkers, as harassers. They're using the helicopters in the sky to harass people. People don't know that they're being mind controlled to change their routes in the sky and in helicopters. I mean, these fuckers are messing with everything. Everything that was good and decent in our world has now been turned into a tool of insanity for these people, in my opinion, of COINTELPRO, of mind control operations, psyops operations that they're waging on dissidents or whatever, but just people who are out there trying to get the truth out and tell people what's going on in the world are becoming targeted with this technology. And I believe that's totally what chemtrails are about. It's a full spectrum targeting system to target people. If you don't do, it's a part of Agenda 21, and if you don't do what go along with the program, they use this incredible technology that they've been developing. They're light years ahead of anything that we could possibly imagine.
I believe that. I totally believe that they're light years ahead.
And they have technology we just can't possibly imagine. But most of it all has to do with the mind, and they've learned how to not only mind control people, but I believe to read their thoughts. Have you had any kind of?
Not so far, but I wouldn't put it past them.
Well, I know for a fact they're reading my thoughts. I mean, I've experienced it because I'll think of something. For example, I'll think I'm going to go down to the store and grab something. Wherever I plan to go, something shows up to let me know that it's. That they're mind controlling me, and they're harassing me in some capacity. As I said, I get a lot of skulls.
Just like as we saw 10 minutes ago. Yeah.
Just like we just saw. I think we saw how many skulls in one block?
Three skulls in one block.
Three skulls in one block. And I'm not sure what this. I know it's Skull and Bones targeting me. I know that for a fact. I know they're the ones behind a lot of this technology. These secret societies, or the Masons, the Skull and Bones, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, and they're dark occultic societies, and they operate in the dark, and they operate probably with dark powers that we don't all know exactly what we're dealing with. We're just dealing with the dark side, and so some of my research has brought me back to where these skulls are related to alien demonic entities, fallen angels and stuff like that, and this could be going on. There's talk about it. It's all over the web that our military is in bed with these types of entities or powers, and we don't know exactly how it's done. But I was listening to. I get a lot of weird stuff.
There you go, Kevin.
Yeah, we just saw a guy go flying by on a wheelie on a motorcycle. I've had things like that happen. I mean, incredible stunt shit pulled in front of me. What the hell? Stuff I've never seen in my life happen right in front of me.
A movie straight out of Hollywood.
It is. It's exactly. We're living a movie. We are living a movie, and this is what these psychos can do to people now. They can get them to do almost anything, and it's very bizarre. And it's the worst crime against humanity I can possibly imagine. They're taking over people's minds and getting them to do things that they probably wouldn't normally do in a given situation, but they can just play God with people in their minds. So this is what we're up against. But yeah, I just wanted to touch base with Andre here. You don't want to you don't want to get me started on this, but it's just it's absolutely unbelievable. So but yeah, I was listening to somebody sent me an email here about all these different agencies in the government that are now working on mind control. In fact, it was just I think it was an interview on an Alex. I know Alex Jones is a disinfo agent, but even on his show, you can sometimes hear some good stuff. Dr. John Hall, I believe, was the guy who was talking about it, and he says that right now there's like. He just started rallying. He said the State Department, the Defense Department, the CIA, the NSA, the DIA. I mean, there's so many agencies now that are actually working on mind control. That is the future of America, is to mind control us all in one fashion or another.
They admitted to this?
Oh well, yeah. He's it's on the tape. It's on record. So it's it is. So just getting back, what kind of other experiences have you since?
Besides the choppers, besides the things going missing, unexplainable events like people running into me, accidents, car accidents.
Around you?
Near me, yes. Yeah. Near my home.
Like what was happening today, you said, coming here on the...
Yes, there was a bumper-to-bumper collision. The lady came out, it was a big argument, they were fighting. It's things that I haven't been seeing in a while.
that happened just what, near you?
25-30 minutes ago, walking over here. When I walk my dog, even my dog is doing strange things I've never seen my dog do. He normally just does his business, but he's doing some crazy shit. I can't really explain.
Because you asked me if they could mind control dogs, if you thought they could mind control.
I did ask you that.
Yeah, because you thought you were being harassed by dogs one day.
Yes, I've seen dogs while working on the campaign, and these dogs attacking me, barking at me. It's just.
Oh yeah, I get that all the time.
You get that all the time.
My neighbor's dog. Even when I'm on the phone doing something they don't like, all of a sudden I'll start hearing this dog bark. I mean, it's beyond coincidence. I mean, it happens all the time. Right. I walk outside, and if anything they can harass you with, they will harass you. If it's a neighbor's dog, they'll mind control the dog to start barking. And I know it sounds...
To distract people, whatever it is. Yeah.
Well, just to harass you. It's just another form of harassment. I mean, I know it sounds bizarre, and all of this stuff sounds bizarre, but if you do some research on what these people are doing, everything that lives has been implanted. Everything, including the birds. I've had birds do weird shit. I'm serious. I've been sitting out. I'll sit outside. It was summer. I'll finally, get a little. We had a couple nice days. I'll go sit out in the evening, and all of a sudden I start having bird fights everywhere. Birds going crazy around me. So all I could do is just document it, and I don't really know. I just know we're in some really crazy times now, and if we don't expose this shit and stop it, then it's
crimes against humanity, as you said.
It's a horrible crime. It's a horrible crime against every living being to do this shit to our skies. As soon as they had the United Nations General Assembly here in New York this past week, and we had about a week's worth of nice, beautiful weather, which we rarely ever see. Beautiful blue skies anymore. But that week we had, and I kept asking myself, and then I don't have a TV, but I happened to be in the city, and I was watching the TV. They were talking about the United Nations, and a bell just went off. Well, that's why the weather's nice, because all the heads of state from the United Nations are were in town, and they don't want to show off their crimes to the rest of the world. So you know, this, and as soon as the heads of state left yesterday, it went back to immediately spraying chemtrails. So it's absolutely horrible, and so I wanted to go down and protest at the United Nations. People said it was probably totally locked down with all the heads of state, and Obama came in, the whole, you know, kangaroo sideshow. But you know, that's what I mean. We've got to use it. Being here in New York, we've got to use these events to our advantage, and we've got, because the world. I hear that Spain has filed a lawsuit against the United States about this spraying. There's a lot of countries that are going after United States now. They're starting to go after them. I think that's why they stopped the spraying. Yeah. So how about cops? Do you get an interesting? Have you had some interesting experience with cops?
Somewhat, yes. I've been stopped and frisked a couple times the last month.
But I mean, are you seeing more?
I've seen more cops, sirens everywhere, at the mall, at the grocery store. They're just everywhere now. They weren't like that before. Now they're just everywhere. So
you're getting what? You think you're getting harassed with sirens?
That's the only explanation I'm getting. Yeah, they're harassing me and they're trying to make my life as miserable as they can.
So you're definitely seeing a marked increase in sirens.
2 months ago, if you compare it to last month, it's totally a big difference.
It's like night and day, maybe?
Night and day, pretty much.
So before you met me and started being aware of this stuff,
everything was normal, you know, going about my life, waking up, no distractions, no harassing. I think once they found out I wanted to expose them, they somehow just increased the intensity and stuff.
Then you started getting
Kevin, it's just bizarre things, you know.
Like
police, cops, dogs barking at me in the streets, my dog acting weird. Things have gone missing, like I mentioned earlier.
But have you noticed a marked increase in police activity?
Yes, police activity is one of the things I've been noticing.
Explain that. How?
Well, you know, I used to see cops regularly, but now I'm seeing them at a crazy rate. You know, they're just on top of they're on the corner of my house, just sitting parked on the corner, doing absolutely nothing, but it's crazy, Kevin.
So it's just like, you go to do your normal life, and they're there all of a sudden where before.
I go to apply for jobs, I go to do laundry, grocery shopping, and they're just happen to be on my way there.
Whereas before you probably would have rarely
avoided them. They would have avoided me, I would have avoided them.
But you probably wouldn't have seen them like that.
Definitely not.
So you, I mean, it's not. There's something definitely going on, is what. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that we're all experiencing the same thing. Definitely, they're using cops. So would you say they're mind controlling cops?
I believe that's part of mind control. I believe authorities above us are also being mind controlled.
The cops, the fire,
federal firefighters, police, all detectives.
So you're getting hit with like fire sirens from.
Yeah, fire trucks have been. There's been fire trucks just ruining my days.
Whereas before you didn't notice them.
Only when there's a fire, maybe once every 5 months or 6 months.
You might see them.
I see them, but
now
they're just showing up, harassing me, bothering my whole life.
Regularly.
Yes, on I wouldn't say daily basis, but a couple times a week.
Yeah.
4 or 5 times a week.
Oh, I get that. I get it constantly.
Sure you do, guys. I'm sure you do.
I unfortunately happen to live next to a fire station. So yeah, it's like when I went to look for apartments, I had a choice between an apartment that was right next to a police station here in Brooklyn, or staying out in Long Island that was next to a fire station. I chose the fire station.
You chose the fire station.
But they use it as psyops. They're using all this shit as psyops, psychological operations against us. You know that. And so it's like our public servants are now toys for these psychopaths to attack people, harass people, target people, and they don't know what they're doing. How do you go up and tell a cop you're being mind controlled?
It's not. They're not going to hear it. They don't want to hear it.
They're probably going to think you're crazy, or
lock you up for being crazy. Who knows? Right?
Or same thing with the fire department. I mean, how do I go tell? They're fucking using you people to do this stuff, and that's exactly what they're doing. I mean, you know that, right?
I do know that. It's atrocious. That's what's happening.
So,
expose this shit, Kevin.
well, that's what we're trying to do, is expose it, and
as many people as we can educate on this.
They attack me on my websites, my YouTube, my Facebook. I can't tell you what I have to do just to keep both of them up. Operating, because I constantly being attacked with the stuff. They all my emails, my phone calls have been intercepted. If I get any responses, I'm lucky to get any responses on my videos. Everything is controlled and censored, and it's absolutely it's like. You hear about Soviet Russia. Well, my friends, those days are here in America, but much worse, because they have technology now that is beyond
human comprehension,
beyond what most people could even imagine, and that's why it's so hard for people to wrap their minds around what the hell's happening to them. But most of it is coming from the sky. We happen to have some blue sky here all of a sudden showing up, but all morning they've been spraying. The past 2 days have been spraying horribly. As soon as the bastards left the United Nations, they started spraying again. So, you know, I don't. They're not all bad countries. I think there's some countries that are trying to rein these people in, but the United States is going insane with its military industrial complex, and they're using this technology against its own people. There's absolutely no doubt. But I know they're using. They can read your thoughts. I have no doubt about it. About that. So you kind of think they want to turn people into robots, maybe, huh?
I feel that's the process. Their mission is to get us all just zombies, control all of us from, I guess, outer space or satellites, whatever it is.
I think this chemtrail stuff is mostly space-based. Myself, I think it's a space-based operation because they can spray so pervasively and so precisely. Almost they can spray right over your house, and you don't. I mean, they're not sending up planes to do that every time they want to spray over somebody's house and do this stuff. This stuff is space-based. I was reading. I don't know if you saw this on my Facebook, but that they have erected huge mirrors in space. And
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
I didn't see that.
I'll try to send it. But they have erected huge mirrors in space, and I believe they're using them to beam up with chemical lasers to beam this chemtrail shit in the sky. I think that's you know, they just want to sit here on Earth and control everything from outer space, control the world from outer space at the push of a button, control people from outer space with this shit. So I know with this remote neural monitoring technology, they can read your thoughts. I have no doubt. I mean, hopefully you won't experience that, but I have experienced. I know without a doubt they have the technology to do that with this nanotechnology that we've been implanted with. And yes, they can turn us into robots. They can pretty much do whatever they want to people. And the sad thing is people don't realize what is happening to them. I mean, you and me can know because I've woken you, but they obviously want to keep this secret as much as they can because they want to use it on unwitting people. I mean, all our politicians, in my opinion, I think most of our politicians are being mind controlled. I think that's why you're seeing all this insane legislation come out. That's why you're seeing just things that never happened now. The destruction of our Constitution. We don't know what crazy things they're going to do next to destroy this country. Shootings everywhere. As soon as they started spraying again, we started having shootings all over New York, all over Long Island. We had 2 mass shootings here in New York yesterday. We had they shot somebody in Suffolk County. It was I think that was a. Did you hear about those shootings?
I heard of yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, a co-worker, right? Got shot in a factory, I believe, right?
Well, this one guy was a vendor. Went after he went after this was in a mall, or was a factory or something, and he was a vendor for the place, and he shot 2 people, killed one of them. There was another shooting out in Suffolk County. I'm not sure if it was if there was a death involved in that, but there was several people that were hurt there. All in one day, started having all these shootings. We had road rage incidents all over the place. Well, a big one out in Suffolk County. Some guy got out of his car because the guy kept hitting the stoplight because he was too close to on his bumper. He got out of his car and beat the guy, almost beat the guy to death with a club. So this is what's happening, folks. This shit is real. It's fucking real, and you better wake up. You better fucking wake up, because this is your country and this is your world. If you don't believe it, just get out here and start exposing these New World Order bastards, and you'll find out how real it is. Trust me, they're using it against people that are going after them. So that's all I can tell people. But you know, I get angry at it because it's a horrible crime, and we don't have to live in this kind of world. This is not the kind of world that God envisioned for His people, to be slaves, mind control slaves, to be attacked by their own government just for speaking out and writing and you know, and talking about things.
There's no excuse for that.
So I mean, this is their dream. They wanted mind control for the past century. They've been talking. They've been working on mind control since the early the turn of the century. They've had this technology, and obviously they've gone, you know, light years ahead with it. So is there any way you would think about what we need to do to try to fix this? Or
you know what, Kevin? Same thing you did to me, I feel it's necessary. You cannot sit down and continue to let this happen. You need to do something about it, whether it's expose these people from the beginning, educate as many young people as you can, attend protests, talk to local politicians, let them know what can we do to stop these chemtrails, because these chemtrails are, I believe, what's the main form of terrorism that they're, you know, killing our brains with. Really.
So you think it's all chemtrail based?
Mostly, I would say chemtrails.
The source of most of this.
That's what mind controls is, I guess. Chemtrails. You know. The nano shit that's in there. Yeah, the particles that just go into you and make us all robots.
Well, that's what HAARP is for, I believe. That's why it's they're finding these TTAs all over the world in isolated islands. HAARP facilities are going up, even undersea. I've heard about them, and they can project these electromagnetic waves into the ionosphere and into our sky, and they interact with this plasma. They've turned the sky into a artificial plasma, which is no longer neutral. It's now conducting electromagnetic weapons against people and our own people.
Bullshit.
It's insane. Nobody should have this. I mean, they basically want to turn us into slaves, turn the whole world into their slaves to do whatever they want.
And the world order is all about. Right?
Yeah, and we don't know. We don't know how much darker it's going to get, because with this kind of technology, and if they can get people, if they could get people to do, I've seen they could get people to do almost anything. I mean, we were just here. We've seen 3 people with skulls. They've orchestrated it. They got these people to be here at a specific time when we were here. Yeah. I see skulls everywhere. I could do a 2-hour movie of nothing but non-stop skulls. This is what I see. This is how they harass me. I don't know if it's a skull and bones thread. I don't know if it's a satanic thing. I don't know if it's a fallen angel type of because I think we're dealing with some very dark stuff here, folks, and they don't like humans. They don't like humanity. They want to see us all enslaved. And
only just show up at like these public locations at the post office. It's like they're planning to break it.
People you haven't seen in
5 years, like people I went to school with. Yeah, people I haven't seen in 5 to 10 years just suddenly show up in my life.
Why do you think you'd be getting busy doing that?
Fuck around with me. I have no idea.
Huh. Well, they have no limit as to the technology that they have. I believe the NSA is behind a lot of this. And one of the things that I've had happen to me is I'll drive by. I'll say if I want to sit and say I go out and or grab a hamburger or something. I go sit in front of, you know, I go find a little quiet spot and I sit there on the street and eat my lunch. All of a sudden, I got neighbors coming who live right in front, just happen to be living in. I get the trash too. I get a lot of. I tell you about the trash.
Sanitation. Or?
Yeah. Well, because I call Colin Powell a piece of trash.
Oh, that's his nickname?
on my YouTube, because him and his son have helped destroy this country with everything from the FCC to unleash a lot of this technology on us, to destroying the media. His son Michael Powell ran the FCC, gutted all the rules and laws and regulations that allowed for a free and a balanced press, totally destroyed our media. It's down to about five or six corporations now that run all our control 80% of the media in this country. And so, and him, Powell, he's CIA. They're both CIA. This has been their dream, is that everything, to control the media so much that everything we see and hear is a lie, and we believe it. And that fact, that was what the former director of the CIA stated. Because when we can do that to the American people, everything we tell them is a lie, and they believe it, then we've accomplished our mission.
That's why they try to recruit you, as you said.
Well, because I don't believe in this shit. So they want to silence. They want to silence us. The best way to silence somebody is to own them.
Definitely. Ice cream trucks as well.
Well, this one in particular, yeah. I get when I first started getting hit with this mind control. Every day this truck would come by with the same song.
Around here.
Yeah, every day I'd get hit with this song or this truck. It's like they sensitize you to things that they could terrorize you with. Sirens, ice cream trucks. I call them the psycho ice cream trucks. Everywhere I go, I hear this ice cream truck song. Everywhere. But
that's exactly what they're doing.
Oh yeah, it's COINTELPRO. Read up on COINTELPRO and what they've done is they've brought old COINTELPRO tactics up to the modern age. They're using electronic insanity now.
After 9/11, that's when you got into all of this?
Well, it was a slow process of finding the truth, and the more you start digging into the truth, the more they start attacking you. Can you believe it? Just because you want to find out the truth, you become a target of your own country.
Criminal, you're a terrorist.
Yeah, that's a terror. I'm a terrorist now.
State-sponsored terrorism. They do it all the time, you know. False flag operations.
That's all we have now is false flag operations in this country. But every week it's another crazy shooting. But all this stuff is mind control. Most of it is mind control. But like I was saying about this stuff, I'll go park. Say I go park in front of a house. I'll just go stop anywhere, and 1 to 5 minutes, somebody's pulling into the driveway right next to me. Everywhere I go, they can like just, your house is all, even your houses now are on a grid, and they've all been GPS. So they could just aim their shit at the house and know exactly who lives there, where they're at,
locations, everything.
It's insane. I think these chemtrails are a way of microchipping. In fact, I know they're microchipping us with it. They're microchipping our brains with it. They can track us around, and they know.
Business cards, or
yeah, I'll give you some.
You said you have a friend that does it for you. That does it for you, right?
Yeah, he's very reasonable. Like a $5,000 for $100.
Not bad.
So you know, he does a great job. But he didn't even charge me for this last batch.
Oh, he did it. Oh, awesome.
So I guess he likes what I'm doing. But But yeah, I'm getting, people really responded to that on the internet, so I figured I'd make up a business card about it.
Oh, the Facebook,
because it just shows what they're doing, how they're using this electromagnetic energy on our brains.
I say a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Exactly.
This is worth
It's
a million words.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to look at it. But that's what's going on, and but it's like no matter where I go, I can't get, they don't give me any peace. It's like everywhere you go, there will be somebody watching you, but they'll be mind controlled, zombies. But you know why I'm really doing this?
Why?
Is because the people that don't know about mind control. The first 2 years when they were doing this to me, I was fucking terrorized. I was terrorized. I was scared to death. I was seeing all this shit happen around me, and I thought these people were real. I thought I was being harassed by the cops, the fire departments, ambulances,
what the fuck's going on?
skulls. I mean, how in the hell can they get all these people to do this shit to me? I was. It's unhuman. This. I was virtually scared to walk out my door, my front door. That's how bad it was. Did you hear the horn? I get that all the time.
Right.
The horn. Right on. I get that. I get that all the time.
It's like a video game. It's a movie, right? They're video games.
They're playing people. Okay, we need a horn here. Beep 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 beep.
Pulling the strings.
Yeah.
Pulling the strings.
Beep 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 beep. We need some horns up here. Beep 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 beep. People, I was in a guy, in a cab, and his horn started going off. Yeah, I was walking by, and they hit me with a cab horn, and he's just sitting there going, I don't know what happened. But they're making mind control people to hit their horns too, right on cue.
Oh, definitely.
It's fucking unbelievable. They're finding new ways to terrorize you.